Hello, welcome to the new bookshelf. Ta-da! How exciting! I'm so excited. This is the new shelf. So today we will be organising all my books onto the new shelves. And let me just tell you, I'm kind of tired because I've carried around all the books that used to be on the shelf upstairs and now they're all lying in the lounge room right here. I am tired. As you may know, my last bookshelf upstairs was organised in like rainbow order and I thought that looked really nice, but I'm thinking I'll change it up for these shelves and kind of go by genre. But right now they're all organised in rainbow. I'm looking at them right now and it's going to take forever to try and sort them out of their rainbow so they can go on the shelf in their genre. Which means that I'm not going to be splitting up series this time, which I know is a big thing that annoys people with rainbow bookshelves, like splitting them up. I didn't mind that because usually like I know what the books look like because I can just remember the covers, so I know what colour it is. So it's not like I'm losing them in the rainbow. But new shelves, new organisation, let's do it. And this shelf's actually brand new. This room is basically brand new because this room actually used to be our dining room. I will insert some pictures of when we were doing this up, but half of the room has turned into this library and then the other half on the other side of these bookshelves is like a butler's pantry. Now I'll give you a little overview of the bookshelves and then we'll get into the organisation. Okay, so as you can see, we have a huge floor-to-ceiling bookshelf on this side, and then on this side we have 3 sections of shelves and then cupboards at the bottom. Now you can probably notice that the lighting at the moment is a bit yellow because we don't get a lot of light in through this window here. So we have like our overhead lights, so the whole background looks really yellow. I hope that's not a huge deal at the moment. I am planning on getting some new lighting, so hopefully I won't look orange all the time. We'll sort that out. But as for the game plan for the shelves, I'm thinking on this side I'll do like a fantasy shelf. Obviously I need to have a little spotlight. I'm thinking like a nice high up shelf here for my fantasy favourites, including Six of Crows obviously. And then on this wall I'm thinking all romance books or contemporary books and mystery books, if there's enough room for them all. And then over here, I feel like I'm not going to film from this angle as much and I'll just mainly be front on. So on these shelves, I'll have to put books that don't fit on these shelves, and also I'm going to put like the books that I read when I was younger and my dad's books as well on this wall. But the thing is, with these shelves, they are quite shallow, so they only fit like a normal paperback size. And you know when you get those like tall paperbacks, like when you get a popular book that's like brand new, like Fourth Wing for example, it would have to go on this shelf because these are a bit deeper, because if you have these, then they'll overhang a little bit, which is not what you want. But let's get into it. I'll show you what we're working with right now because what I'm looking at is kind of daunting. Let's turn this camera around. Okay, so we're in the lounge room. I'm looking at all my books right now. It's kind of scary. Ooh. So I have them separated by colour, so they're like all along here, and I don't know what to do with them all. These ones actually are the ones that I did on the haul in last week's video, but otherwise I've got so many books in the colour schemes that it's going to take forever. And there's Phoebe there having a little nap, and then here's some of my dad's books and my French dictionary from when I did French in high school. But like, what am I meant to do? Where do I start is my trouble. I have managed to find my Grishaverse books, except I don't have Rule of Wolves out because that is a tall book, because I bought that when it came out, so it won't actually fit on the shelf, which is kind of annoying because I would like my series to be all together. But let's do this, our Shadow and Bone series. I'm going to actually face Six of Crows out because I do have 2 copies of Six of Crows, of the TV tie-in edition and the normal one. So I'm gonna face out the original cover. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. You know, because my shelf upstairs was so full, I never actually got to like turn out book covers. This is so fun. I definitely don't have enough Grishaverse books to make a whole Grishaverse shelf, so I'm going to like get my other favourite fantasy books and chuck them up on there as well. I've managed one shelf. As you can see, I did decide to move it up one because I thought maybe higher up, like head height, would mean that it gets in more videos. So I put in my fantasy favourites as well as Powerless and Sorcery of Thorns, which I haven't actually read yet, but I feel like I'll love them. So I'm kind of confident in putting them in the fantasy favourite shelf. Obviously we have Fourth Wing. You know, I didn't think that I could put the tall books on these shelves, but if they're facing out, they can fit because they're not hanging over the side. I think it looks great. And I think I have like a fair few vampire books. So I was thinking I'll do a vampire shelf here. I think that'll look really nice. And then above, in this shelf, I was thinking like dystopian books, like Divergent, Hunger Games, Shatter Me even. I want to try and like smash it out. I might put on some Taylor Swift. Of course, we're all listening to 1989 Taylor's version at the moment. Loving it. But I'll put that on, get this done. I'm not too sure what to do after that. So then we'll have a chat again. Hopefully it will look good. In my mind, I can see the vision, so I'm hoping it works out. Okay, as you can see, I'm gonna crouch down for a minute. I have my vampire shelf as I wanted. I think it looks great, but then it did overlap down to here, which is a little disappointing. I mean, I did display Dracula, which I think looks so cool. I was gonna have a section on this shelf of like classic books, so Dracula would fit there, but I thought on the vampire shelf just makes sense. But here, I wouldn't have been able to fit all the books there anyway if I didn't display Dracula. So they're down there now. I'm gonna continue with like more fantasy. I don't know what kind. Next to the last vampire book I have, which of course, Die For You, Lauren Jackson, is facing out, everyone needs to see it. I do have some like werewolf books, so I just thought it fit the vibe. Vampires, werewolves. But I'm gonna continue with this, gonna continue listening to Taylor, and then hopefully I can smash it out. Like, I'm puffed out because I've been running around. I've zoomed you out a little bit so you can see my progress, but I do have my dystopian shelf up the top here, and then down below I did add some more just like miscellaneous fantasy books, but I'm kind of overstacking with fantasy books right now, so I want to move on to this side and do some romance books because I feel like that would be a lot more fun because it's a lot more vibrant colours. I had to just delete a whole bunch of footage from the SD card. I swear this happens to me nearly every video, but let's get started with the romance books. I'm going to do a little time lapse for you so that I can continue listening to Taylor Swift without getting copyright claims. Yay! Romance shelf, how's it looking? I think it looks great. Look at that. Wildfire on display. It's one of my favourite covers. I think this looks so fun. I'm so excited to add more colourful books to the shelf. I'm going to do that now off camera because I don't want to drain the battery. I'm getting really tired, but as you can see, we've made a lot of progress. I've done all my like romance and contemporary books here, and then I have two shelves down below which you can't really see, but I'm thinking of doing all my mystery books on there. Like that's going to be a mix of YA mystery and like adult mystery thrillers, so they're all going to go down there. I'm tired and we still got like half the books to go. This is a big job. Why did I not like mentally prepare myself for this? Phoebe's just been asleep the whole time. Hello, how are you? I think it's looking great. I love it. Look at that. Colourful fantasy. Woohoo! Ooh, I like it. Come on, Fee! Get in the video! Can you be seen? I've just finished the whole back wall shelf. It literally has taken me like 2 hours, but I'm done. My feet are sore from like kneeling on the ground to those other stacks there. I've got a Phoebe here keeping me company. And now we're going to move on to this wall, which hopefully won't take too much longer because majority of these books are like books that I had when I was younger, so there's lots of series, so they just all go in together and I don't really have to think about it, but I think it looks great. We've got the fantasy shelf, we've got the contemporary romance shelf. It's amazing. I'm really liking it. It took nearly 4 hours to do all this, but there was a whole lot of books. I actually don't know how many books I have on this shelf. I will count one day, but like I'm too tired right now. I think it looks great. I hope you also like how it looks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll give you a little overview so you can see what we've done today. So here is the final result. Of course, we have the contemporary shelf with the mystery down the bottom, and then we have our fantasy shelf with dystopian at the top, fantasy favorites, vampire books, and then some miscellaneous fantasy down the bottom. Then we have some books over here that obviously didn't fit on this shelf, so we do have some more fantasy along the top and in the middle. And then we have some of the taller mystery books. Then down below, that's another mystery book, and then we have some like contemporary books, and then onto like non-fiction, and then just mass market paperbacks, which I don't have many, so I've just like chucked them there. And then over here we have my middle grade books, and then my dad's books and classics, and like some coffee table type books. This one I love, Myths and Legends, so I turned it out. But that is basically the whole shelf. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed setting up the new shelves with me. Even though it was very tiring, I did enjoy it because the result, I think, looks great. Thank you again for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you don't miss any new videos from me. I do post every single Saturday, so you do not want to miss it. And I will see you next week with a new video. Goodbye.